Good evening, good afternoon, welcome. Dockerty Cup, blah, blah, blah. Kate Lucas here on my own. Alex is here somewhere. And that's good.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Good afternoon and welcome to CB Smith Reserve in Melbourne's Northwest as we bring you round 4 action in the New Balance Dockerty Cup round 4. Fawkner Soccer Club taking on Murray United. Fawkner coming into this with strong form, top of State League 3's Northwest with 2 wins from 2 and full of confidence after a convincing 3-0 win last time out in their round 3 cup tie. They've looked composed, clinical and well in control of the start of their season. But the real story today is Murray United, a club on a remarkable journey after stepping away from senior football in 2019 while competing in the NPL2. They've returned in 2026, rebuilding from State League 7, a regional club representing a huge catchment. They travel hundreds of kilometres week in, week out, and they arrive here with belief, energy and nothing to lose. It really is form versus belief, structure versus speed, and it shapes as a fascinating Dockerty Cup contest. I am Alexander Stojanovski, and joining me for today's clash is Cade Lucas. Cade, welcome.
G'day Alex, g'day listeners or viewers on Sportscast. Great to be with you here. Beautiful weather in Melbourne's north on this Saturday afternoon, early in April. And probably the last weekend we might have of weather like this. Of course, it's Easter weekend, so what better way to celebrate it than with a game of football in the Dockerty Cup, round 4, regional versus urban. Murray United coming down to the Big Smoke to take on Fawkner SC at Fawkner's home ground here at CB Smith. Fawkner, of course, in the Azuri Blue. They'll be hoping to do a bit better than their famous namesakes did during the week, failing to qualify for a third straight World Cup. Less said about that, the better. Whilst Murray United in the white with black shorts and red socks and trimming and the strangely gold-coloured numbers, which are not great for us commentators, but we'll get by. Also, the teams have eluded us in the build-up too, so we'll do our best with what we have, but there may be a few mystery players running around this afternoon. But we'll do our best in the circumstances anyway, and it should be a very entertaining afternoon of football regardless.
Yes, thanks, Cade. And it will be a definitely entertaining game here at CB Smith, as I've said. State League 7 versus a State League 3 side, Cade. And you probably look at this on paper, you think it should be an easy one for the home side, Fawkner. But for me, this is going to be a difficult clash. What do you make of this, and who do you think will take this one out?
Well, you'd have to go with Fawkner. They're the higher-ranked team, and they're at home, of course. But cup competitions, as we know, whatever cup competition can be a bit of a flip of the coin, and you wouldn't be surprised if there's a good old-fashioned cup set in the offing here, but certainly given their pedigree and given they're at home, you'd have to go with the men in blue, who are going to start with the ball. It's going to be Sprangmeyer, who will kick us off. He scored in the last round for Fawkner, a 3-0 win over Diamond Valley. So we'll be looking to continue that form into today's clash. All is in readiness. We're just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. And away we go. So it's Fawkner in blue going to the right of your screen, or the northern end of CB Smith. Murray going towards the southern end or the city end, and they're of course in the white with black and red. It's Valisi, the keeper, in silver or grey. Over to the captain, Falzon, one of the scorers in their last round. And they've turned it over here early. It's Ryan Kemp coming forward down the channel for Murray. Drifting in board now, Shuka. We're looking for a good start here, the men from Northern Victoria. As we mentioned, they are the underdogs. So they'll love nothing more than to get off to a great start with an early goal. Here is Sprangmeyer right below us here. We're up in the grandstand at CB Smith. Eckel. Still Eckel at the back. In fact, he's got the captain's armband on today, Eckel, so that suggests that Falzon isn't playing. Meanwhile, they've turned it over. It's Muhoza, who as soon as winning the ball, loses it again. right below us here in front of the tunnel, and it's out for the first throw of the afternoon.
Yes, so Fawkner missing their usual captain, and they'll start to build again. Fawkner's, they know the season's been great for them so far, but they really know when they're playing here at CB Smith, they usually feel right comfortable, right at home, and shortly today you think they might be able to just get one over here against Murray, who have travelled quite the distance. Bit of back and forth. Murray United coming away with that one. Referee lets that one go on. That one just trickles out for a throw-in. Happy to build it up slowly here in the back, Fawkner. Jared Eckel goes for a direct approach. And that one running out in the end. Just going to run through Murray United's lineup. And confirmed it is number 1, Riley O'Connell. Number 3, Josh Zito. Number 4, Tyler Karan. Number 5, Bonar Rasagura. Number 9, Ryan Kemp. Number 10, Mercy Rabani. Number 11, Ben Irons. Number 12, Prince Muhaza. Number 13, Seb Burkout. Number 14, Ruben Shuka. And number 16, Liam Hughes. It's that ball over the top. Straight to Shuka. It's well defended in the end by Fawkner. Physical, as always, Murray United. Looking to press high and try and win that ball in dangerous areas. We'll find a lot of times in this game, teams will try to settle, and it might come to a bit of a slow start, Cade. And who do you think will suit out of these two sides if it does start to ramp up and it starts getting a bit more physical and fitness comes into it?
Well, again, you'd expect the team that plays at the higher level on a regular basis to probably be the fitter and better conditioned of the teams, but you mentioned earlier that Murray don't mind mixing it up and that they do employ a more of a physical approach, so maybe if it does become less of a technical, more of a haphazard sort of a contest, as cup ties can often be, that might favour the visitors. They've certainly started pretty well. They don't look overawed at all. Here's Curran, the skipper. Tyler Curran lifting it over the top. Chesting it down here is Shuka, who's been busy early on. He scored in their round 3 win over Doncaster. Lovely crossfield ball and an opportunity opening up here. Shot is blocked. Again, a ball into the box. Fawkner doing more defending than maybe they'd like. Moody tried to lift it away. Murray United full of beans here in the opening minutes. Here's Zito. Curran. And again, a long crossfield ball out wide. It's Rusagura out there, who's a tricky customer, and still he goes. In fact, it's Muhoza, rather. Again, the numbers in the team sheet's not doing us any favours, so apologies if we get any mixed up. But that ball has gone out for a corner, it looks like it. I thought it might have gone the other side of the flag and gone out for a throw. We'll soon find out it's one of them. And it will be a throw, but depending on how strong the arms are, it may be as good as a corner anyway. And Murray put it right into the mixer, looking for an early goal. It's hacked away there by Mancuso for Fawkner, who are right on the back foot at the moment. And here's Curran, who once again will get the ball back up the pitch, put his team back into attack. Eckel with a bit of agricultural football there. Now, Mahuzo. Lovely control by Mahuzo. Prince, they call him. He could be a king here if he can create a goal. Not with that footwork. It comes undone, and now Fawkner could possibly spring them on the break. Curran there, though, to intercept.
Brought down nicely. Fawkner starting to just really get themselves structured defensively, making it a little more difficult for Murray to just progress down that final third. They start to really bring themselves a bit of control once they win that ball back. This ball, again, just working in numbers, Murray United. Just an interesting story with Murray United being a part of the NPL2 before they withdrew, unfortunately, to not enough senior players at that time. And they come back into State League 7 now in the Northwest Division. I feel like they're going to be favourites to win that one, Cade, and really it feels that it's time for them to really spring themselves back up and potentially maybe even into those NPL, VPL leagues. As that ball comes over the top and an opportunity here for Murray United. Bit of dangling. Ball has been won and the shot, it's been saved. And as Valise does well to just keep it in his grasp. And that probably is the first attempt on goal.
Yes, it was Mahosa again who's causing all sorts of problems. And the shot eventually came from Ryan Kemp. Valise got down to keep it at 0-0. And certainly the visitors look the more likely at the moment. As you mentioned, Alex, a regional club, and it'd be good to see more regional clubs in the NPL system. Goulburn Valley Suns have been probably the highest ranked team for a while. Of course, teams from around Geelong, but nearly everyone is Melbourne based, certainly at the top end. So a team like Murray United are one that could make their way back up. It would be good to see. They're certainly giving a very good account of themselves here early on. There's Valise. Again with the custodian for Fawkner. We now go long to no one in particular. There's acres of green grass out there and nobody home for Fawkner. And Riley O'Connell, the Murray United keeper, who's had precious little to do so far, scampers over to grab the ball for a goal kick. He's looking resplendent in lime green this afternoon. No missing him. Straight down the middle. You can see the ball holding up in the breeze a little. There is a bit of a zephyr coming from the south, which Murray are going into, but it's certainly not affecting them too much. There's a foul is blown here. And Murray's physical approach does cost them for probably the first time today. The referee hasn't put the whistle to the lips too often in these opening exchanges. Here's Eckel with a long crossfield ball. Sprangmeyer was the target, but it went over his head. And again, out of play. Up near the corner flag, which you can see fluttering a bit. So there is a bit of a breeze here. Not hugely pronounced, but certainly favouring more Fawkner than Murray. Not that you'd really know it the way this game is being played. They've won it up high here, though, the home side. Getting back there is Irons for Murray. And now they're out of trouble, and they're trying to go on the break. There's nobody home on this occasion. It's Eckel who knocks it back for the men in blue. Doing well there was Rusagura in defence for Murray. Now Shuka on the near side. Just got in a tangle, lost the football. Opportunity knocks for Mancuso. Only momentarily. Now Curran puts the laces through it. His opposing captain Eckel is first there, but he's given it away, and it's the dangerous Mahuzo who arrives. The touch was a bit heavy, and then he goes flying. The referee says play on. And now a foul is blown, I think, for Fawkner, but Mahuzo is in a bit of strife after being sent flying in I think it was an accidental challenge. He was moving at a rate of knots, and he catapulted into the air like he was a WWE wrestler.
Yeah, he took a bit of a brunt on that tackle, but it was a fair one in the end. And a slight stoppage for the moment, as Mahuza will receive a bit of treatment. And we'll have kind of our first proper stoppage in this game. As I can just quickly mention the head coach for Murray United, James Bell, a former founding coach of the club in 2015, and now the senior coach, very well regarded in the local football community and the identity in that sense. And a bit about today's captain, Tyler Curran. He was also a founding player in 2015, an English import, and will lead by example as he sits in that centre and heart of defence for Murray United. Of course, they took their break in 2019 from senior football. They did focus on junior football. It was quite a list of players that they did come through the ranks. And I can give you a quick list of those. There was one that I commentated last week, Alec Mills, who's playing at St Albans Dynamo at the moment. Linus Burke, who was at Melbourne Victory. Noah Spry at Melbourne Victory. Ali Wilson. Annie Yates. There's quite a big list here. Luca Yates. Darcy Westerlo. Israel Monga. Archie Drummond. And Richie Nyukuru. As the game is finally underway again. Fawkner just having a bit of difficulty to create anything at the moment going forward. But this could be the opportunity to build. Cusio just loses out. Patient approach from Kemp. Lines cleared. Bit of a lull at the moment. Both sides just really trying to win possession and struggle hold of who can get that ball and actually try to create anything with it. But it does seem like there's a bit of a handball there, but the game does go on. And Murray United seem a little bit more comfortable when they get the ball. They seem to string a couple passes around. Bit of space to go into here. Lions. Sorry, my apologies. That was Shuka. Do love those light numbers at the back of those white kits. Probably something they would need to fix on, I think, in the future, at least for the commentator's perspective. As ball goes through the middle, through Bonar Rusagura, who is probably one of their most dangerous, talented midfielders at the moment in their ranks. I'd love to see him really get that ball as much as he can, because he will create a lot going forward as that one goes wide. Shuka. Time and space here for Mahosa. Just sense that Murray United starting the bet out of the two. What do you think there?
Yes, they clearly have, and it's good to see Mahosa back on the pitch after that big knock he took moments ago. He limped off very heavily and got some treatment on the sideline, and he's still working his shoulder out as he's back on the field. And Murray going back in the area here, and a toe poke at the goal from Rabani wasn't far away, and a Fawkner defender's come off second best as Valise wraps his arm around the ball. I think it's one of those mysterious players that we don't have the name to match the number, unfortunately. But whoever he is, he's okay and he's back up and going. And it's Valise with the goal kick. Another close call, though, for Fawkner. Rabani with the outstretched foot. Eckel, he's given that away. And then a heavy touch by Shuka, but luck's of fortune, it comes back to him. Can he score again? No, good save, Valise. As close as either side had come. Ruben Shuka, who scored in the last round for Murray, very nearly doubled up there. Valise with a good save, but still work to do for the Fawkner defence. And now a high cross comes in. Shuka is there at the back post, but he can't do anything with this. And Valise says, thanks very much. And the danger is eased for Fawkner, who, if they thought this was going to be an easy tie, have been disabused of that thought in this first quarter of an hour or so, or 20 minutes, whatever it's been, because the visitors have certainly been the better side. And they've had the one real effort on target. They've had a few other speculative efforts. And they'd probably think themselves unlucky not to be in front at this stage. Long way to go. Here's Hughes. on the near touchline, wins the ball, gets it back towards Kemp. They're dangerous again here, Murray. And now it's out towards it was Rusagura. Thank you very much, Alex. Rusagura with the shot there. Thankfully for me, he missed, so it was a goal kick. But again, it's another shot across the bows of Fawkner, who need to lift their game here a bit. They are second best pretty much in every area at the moment, except the one that counts. It's still 0-0. And they will think themselves pretty lucky to still be there. Here's Eckel with a long ball down the channel. Scampering after it is Mancuso. He's got Mahuzo with him. And it's Mahuzo who wins it and then sends Mancuso down to the shops with some nice footwork. Zito. Back to Curran. Shuka just over his head. Back to Valise, who puts the laces through it. Sprangmeyer won the header over Curran, but it's all the way back to O'Connell, the keeper, and Murray United start again.
Excellent work there by Curran. Just make sure he's getting in that centre of the half, making sure nothing goes through there. They continue to build through the middle here. Physical battles being won, it seems, from the Murray United side, but Fawkner just need to take a bit of a breather. Need to make sure they stay tight, but aware of what Murray can produce going forward. Ball does go out wide. Fawkner looking to create a decent opportunity from the far side. Cuts across the box. That one cleared out. Murray look like they're going to spring a counter off that one. A heavy pass. And Valise makes sure as he clears that one to pitch number 5 potentially on the other side. Who's up? Brings this one back into play. Kemp. Happy to take a stride forward. That one a bit heavy. Chase is on. And that one's going to go to the other side of the pitch too. So we've lost 2 balls in about 2 minutes. So we'll get a third ball now. Hopefully they don't lose this one. Otherwise we might find a stoppage real quick. Murray United being very impressive to start off with. I did expect it after I did a bit of research before the game. A lot of junior products playing today, and you can really sense that the quality of touches and just the link up. But right now, they've got that leadership in the back. Just can't give it away there, though. That's where Tyler Curran makes sure of. I feel like if anything happens in this game, it'll probably be Christian Sprangmeyer who'll be the danger man for Fawkner today. But he's on scraps at the moment. There's that big challenge in from Eckel. Actually given to Fawkner. Looks like Eckel was the last to touch it from our side, but game goes on. Big challenges coming in. Zito having a bit of a giggle about that one. There's a foul. Was it a foul? Looks like a foul was given. Yes, it was. Hopefully some more thrilling encounters like that as the ball gets switched across. Fawkner. That one got held up in the wind a little bit, and an easy grab for Riley O'Connor as they come forward now, Murray United.
So mid-stages of this first half, cagey affair. Murray United, as we've mentioned, have been the better side, but you just sense Fawkner growing into things a little. They've got it in their forward third here, only momentarily. Mahosa, Sprangmeyer sliding in, but he's only succeeded in giving it to Rabani. Hughes is dropped deep. Back to Curran. He's been sending those long balls upfield. He goes short here, though, to Rabani. And back out wide. Here's Kemp, who's come upfield as well. They are keeping the ball nicely here. The visitors. Kemp, deep in the Fawkner half. Curran. Rabani right on the centre circle. Nice bit of keepings off here, wearing their opponents out in the warm weather. Now Curran goes down the channel, and Shuka will get there. He'll look inboard. He's got Hughes short. Oh, lovely footwork. Send his opponent on a merry dance. Sends the ball across. Player goes flying, and now a flying shot over the top there. From Rabani. Thank you again, Alex. Checks in the mail. And Rabani, second time I've struggled to get his name out, and second time he's put one not only over the top of the goal, but over the top of the net, behind it too, and into someone's backyard. I'm sure the neighbours here near CB Smith are not surprised when a football lobs in occasionally. The ball boys have been doing a bit of work here so far this afternoon. One keeper clearance went over the top of the grandstand, probably ended up at BT Connor where Preston play, which isn't too far away from here. Ball right below us here now, and it's Mahosa. Sends it long up towards Rabani, who got shoved in the back there. That was a pretty cynical foul, and the referee, quite rightly, points for a free kick. And Rabani has caught one right on the backside, and Physio's going to come out with the magic spray before the set piece can be taken. And I think it'll be the first set piece of any note so far today. I don't think we've had any corners, certainly no free kicks. And this one might just be a little bit too far out for Murray United to go for goal. They could certainly create some issues for the Fawkner defence, as they have done on a few occasions so far today. Rabani's getting back up. He'll have a nice old bruise on his rump tomorrow morning. And it looks like Curran, the skipper's pulled rank, and he's going to take the free kick. And it's probably a wise decision, as we've seen today. He's got a pretty powerful boot on him. Been sending those long passes from deep upfield. And now, will he go for goal, or will he go with the cross? Sense it will probably be the latter. There's a three-man wall. Irons is up there. Shuka sniffing around, so too Hughes. Here's Curran. Nobody home for Murray. It comes back to Shuka, I think it was, with the flying shot. He miscued it. And Fawkner out of jail.
Just the first opportunity that was mentioned by Cade on that set play. Wasn't a horrible ball in. It was just no one in that vicinity. It looked like another free kick. Play goes on. Murray tried to come away with another chance to build their momentum further in this first half. Fawkner, throw in taken quickly. Sprangmeyer. Bit on there, and that one will just run out for a throw-in as well. It was Jack Camilleri trying to chase that one down, just running out of real estate on that far side at CB Smith. It's an absolute spendacious day for football as well. The weather, for once, probably doing well in Melbourne. Usually it's quite the opposite, but I don't want to jinx it. We could probably see some dark clouds come over. Long ball forward. Well, one. Couple aerial duels. For Fawkner come away with it. Sprangmeyer. Number 41 for Fawkner. Just losing out. And they get it back. That ball. And great work there by O'Connell to read that one. Just to mention to the Murray United faithfuls, as they were very excited about this round 4 Dockerty Hand Australia Cup match against Fawkner. After their solid win over the Doncaster Rovers, they very much were looking forward to playing here at CB Smith. Obviously, a big travels the ball in behind. And a high foot in the end. But Valise makes sure of that one. They did bring a full list of 16 players, some of which were former NPL level experience. And some of those are also under 18 NPL juniors being rewarded coming into the squad. As I mentioned earlier, Coach James Bell, assistant coaches Phil Page and Marcus Wake, having done a tremendous job building two quality teams on their journey back up to the State League pyramid. And I think also on top of that, they're very fortunate to have Wes Clark, one of the Socceroos strength and conditioning coaches living in Wodonga. So probably going to be one of those ones where fitness towards the end might actually suit them. There's the ball given away. Switch on. Fawkner having a bit of paddock ahead of them now. Nothing really going forward for them. Sprangmeyer trying to link up. Does get it in the end. Whips that ball. It's an up and under. I want to head towards the sheds as we'll get a goal kick.
Yes, that one's gone into the car park. Thankfully not far enough to hit my car. There have been a few balls sprayed well out of bounds here so far today. As we head towards the latter stages of this first half, still 0-0 between Fawkner SC and Murray United. Cade Lucas and Alex Stovjanovski with you on YouTube. If you're watching live on this Saturday afternoon, hopefully you're enjoying the action. Of course, no NPL over this week, Easter weekend, but plenty of Dockerty Cup action, New Balance Dockerty Cup. And this one of a number of interesting clashes. And this one has certainly got plenty to play out yet. As we head towards the last stanza or so of the first half, Murray would be very pleased to go in on level pegging at half-time. Fawkner, by contrast, they have to lift their game a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if they make some changes at the break. Here's Curran. And that pass is cut out only momentarily, though. It was Vincent Berry who got his foot to it, and then Curran sends it almost up into orbit. We had a rocket launched to the moon yesterday, and we had another one there from Tom Curran. Now it's Eckel. Moody. All the way back to Valise, who has been busier than maybe you would have expected so far in this half. He's made some important saves too. Gabriel Valise, the keeper for Fawkner. Ball out of play on the far side. Fawkner player goes down in that challenge. Murray player on their haunches too is a bit like a Pac Mark scenario in AFL. I mean, they were going for a header rather than a specky, but either way, a few players have come off the worse for wear. And there'll be a free kick to Murray right on the halfway line. It's Irons who sends it long, right up to the edge of the area. Hughes contesting with Eckel. And it's Fawkner who win it. Back up towards the halfway line. Sprangmeyer. Sorry, it's Camilleri rather. Got the curly-headed players mixed up. Looks like Camilleri switched sides too. He was playing on the far side earlier in the half. He's now down below us on the grandstand side. But it is on the other side now as Fawkner switch play, and it's Mancuso going down the channel. Opportunity knocks here for them. Mancuso plays it across. Oh, Sprangmeyer fluffed his lines. Still is going. Chance here. It's blocked. And Fawkner will wonder how they're not in front. That's the best opportunity they've had by far. And Sprangmeyer, who scored in their win over Diamond Valley in round 3, really should have scored here in round 4. He might have another opportunity here, though. It's out for a throw. We'll go back into the mixer for Fawkner, who've suddenly come to life. Here's Sprangmeyer again. And now It's Berry who sends it back in, and it's flicked on. And it's the first save of note that O'Connell's had to make, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. The whistle was blown. But all of a sudden, Murray United, who've looked very comfortable, they suddenly look very vulnerable there, Alex.
Yeah, they have. That was their real crafty opportunity made. Sprangmeyer, we said that he was going to be the danger man. Definitely was in that occasion. Fawkner could have easily been up 1-0, but plenty of time still in this first half. There's Murray United now trying to spring attack of their own. They've answered most of their questions from the defensive side, but it was more Valise having to make a couple saves where he's just let that one bobble across. Scary hearts and mouths, potentially for most of the people in the grandstand. And Fawkner getting a bit of possession here at the back. Yeah, cool. See quite a lot of changes from their last tie. Fawkner, so they're probably not going to be going with their strongest lineup, but they're still putting in a contest. Murray United having to defend here. Ball down the line. Stays in play. The danger man will get a goal kick. It was going to be a corner, I thought, for a second, but referee happy with what he saw to give a goal kick. Probably to the liking of Riley O'Connell. Of course, Riley O'Connell, 21 years of age, from the North Geelong Warriors. So, great quality goalkeeper to join the ranks at Murray United. There's a bit of a mix-up between, looked like Shook and Hughes, or Hughes it was, on the near side. Played back. It's Fawkner now. Really finding their feet now as they've had a bit of possession. Murray's been on the back foot. That one overplayed in the end and probably lacking a bit of creativity. Fawkner, they like to use their flanks, their wingers, and find those early crosses, but yet to capitalise on anything as of yet. Caden, it's probably been a frustrating first half for Fawkner, I'd say, overall, but Murray United have been on the back foot.
Yeah, they do lack creativity in midfield, Fawkner. As you mentioned, they like to get it down the flanks and also long balls from the back, but in terms of actual build-up play through the middle, they have been lacking a bit. Maybe that's something they could change at half-time, which isn't too far away. Here's Muzoa over towards Irons. He's got plenty of room to work. The Murray defender. Now it's Rusagura. Curran. He goes long again to no one in particular, and that's easy pickings for Valise. Berry now. Moody. Eckel. Murray happy to sit off just at the moment, probably conserve a bit of energy. These are pretty warm conditions for this time of year. And the game has been played with some real intensity, as you would expect with a cup tie. Also, a lot of players who probably aren't playing week in, week out in the league, getting a run in the cup, so maybe lacking a bit of match sharpness. Here's Kemp, deep in defence, the number 9. He's turned it over, and here come Fawkner again through Berry. They're pressing up high now, the men in blue. You can see them growing in confidence as half-time nears. They go down the flank again, and a good challenge there to see it out of play from Rabani, I think it was. It'll be another throw here for Fawkner. And a waste of one. Berry chests it straight back out of play. Intercepted there by Berry, made up for his mistake, and then he's manhandled without it. And that was a pretty cynical foul. And now a free kick here for Fawkner, their first set piece of the game. And unlike the free kick Murray had moments earlier, this one's much closer to goal. It's come late in the first half. But can Fawkner make it count? It looks like it's Mancuso who's going to take it. Plenty of tall timber in around the 6-yard box here for Fawkner. They'd love to go ahead in the shadows of half-time. Three-man wall. Mancuso chips it in. And a good header there by Kemp back in defence, and now Shuka. And he sends that into orbit and out onto the far pitch. And Murray survive.
Long throw approach from Fawkner. Trying to catch that defensive effort on the Murray end to be lacking, but not at this occasion as they go long now. Just to clear their lines. Hughes trying to apply a bit of pressure. Good pressure applied by the defensive efforts on the Murray United. Just a foul one by Camilleri. So another set play opportunity a bit further out this time. Difficulty to just find this one in because the wind does hold this one up. Almost like a Fawkner just to try a short approach, a quick free kick just to try and catch him unaware, as they are sitting quite deep defensively. Ball goes in towards the back. Cleared out well. A heavy touch. And there's definitely another free kick there, and that's a silly one to give away by Rabani. And we saw Marco Mercutio take it earlier from that side, on the far side, should I say. This one a little bit more central. It's more or less, what can they do from here? Having a bit of a conversation with Christian Sprangimaya. He's just walking himself off too. Just got to be aware here, the Murray United defence, for any second efforts. Of course, Fawkner on the other hand, they want to be first to that second ball. If it does bobble out, who will it be from here? He's Mancuso and sends that one into the car park. He does hit a car this time as well. Luckily, choice was to park further away. Cade and myself made the right one. As the game gets underway. Curran, it's an interesting ball out. Given away, Camilleri trying to get around the skipper from Murray United, which he does. Low ball in the middle, and it's gone off. Looked like it come off Rusagura, should I say. Yeah, it did in the end, so it was cleared into him, and it'll be another, I think it was the first corner of the game, actually, for Fawkner. So, different approach, potentially, maybe to get one. Definitely see that, from what I can tell, Murray United set up for that defensive corner. No one really there for a short one. An option could come on as they get the ball back here, Fawkner. Towards the back post. Too much in it. We'll go out for a goal kick. Coming towards the end. That one goes into the shadow, which will be retrieved, but we are coming close to that 45th minute mark. Don't think we'll see much, if any, at a time. I know we did have one stoppage. So we might have about a minute, potentially. Chip forward by Irons. That's a risky ball pass, but cleared out forward into the other side of the pitch as well. Felice had to do that a couple of times. Under-hit passes, those risky ones, aren't they? Okay.
The ball boys getting a workout again here. It's interesting. It's been such a set-piece-less first half. Only 2 free kicks and 1 corner. And we've gone 43 or so minutes. especially when you consider all the talk about set pieces these days in football. Of course, that's at the very highest levels, but you think that would filter down to the lower levels, but if it has, it certainly hasn't here today at CB Smith. Haven't been much in the way of corners or free kicks at all. Fawkner trying to keep it on the floor here, and now they might have it through Sprangmeyer, but the referee's whistle beats him, much to the frustration of the Fawkner supporters below us. They were in behind there, and the referee was quick to blow the foul. Curran. Berry, who's gotten better as the half goes on, a bit like his team. Here's Sprangmeyer. Rode the bump but couldn't keep the ball. Now Mancuso will be out there with Rabani, and that's a good old-fashioned hip and shoulder over the touchline. Murray are known for their physical approach, but Fawkner have certainly given as good as they've got here in this game. There have been some pretty heavy bumps. A few players will be nursing some bruises and scrapes and scratches tomorrow morning. And we've still got a half to go. And a tie very much in the balance. Still 0-0. Cade Lucas and Alex Stovjanovski with you on YouTube. We're almost at half-time. No score yet. Valise, well, he not quite opened the opportunity there for Murray, but certainly it wasn't the clearance he would have liked. Went into the back of Kemp. Here's Camilleri. Plays it short. Opening up a bit now for Fawkner. And Camilleri had the right idea, but there was nobody home. Haven't seen a board go up with indicating any stoppage time at all. But 45 minutes is more or less up. Like the players will just have to play to the whistle here. As Murray might have one last opportunity. Comes out towards Shuka on the near side. He goes himself, Shuka, and he bites off a bit more than he could chew. That was always going over the head of Valise. And it's Valise who will take the goal kick. Both teams probably content to shut up shop now and go into the sheds at 0-0. Last thing they want is to concede a sucker punch here. With the half-time whistle imminent. Free kick to Fawkner. Moody. Eckel. We're in the last minute of normal time. Just a confirmation of that, so I'll wait to see if there's any stoppage time. Actually, the fourth official has the board out. I'm not sure if he's already put it up or not. Here's Sprangmeyer and acres of space in the centre circle. Murray have gone to sleep, and here's Sprangmeyer rolling forward. 1 minute of stoppage time. More than enough opportunity for Fawkner, who are going forward here. Sprangmeyer's into the box. Couldn't quite meet it. And now a flying shot over the top. Again, it's going into the car park. Fawkner have hit the car park more than the target so far in this first half.
They have, and Murray United trying to spring forward here. Quick goal kick taken. That one's in behind. And there may be an opportunity here. But Valise again, reading his lines, coming out early to win it. 1 minute of stoppage time, pretty much about there. This could be their last opportunity. No, that won't be. And that is half time here at CB Smith Reserve, as it is still locked 0-0. Still another 45 minutes left in this game, but if it does stay as it is in this round 4 New Balance Dockerty Cup tie, it will potentially go to extra time. Cade, what have you made of that first half?
Well, it was a half of two halves. Murray got off to a great start, and they were clearly the better side for the first 20 to 30 minutes. But then as the half wore on, Fawkner really grew into the game, and They probably went closest to going in front with Sprangmeyer, who really should have done better. And they will be a little frustrated that they're not in front here at the break, whilst Murray will be pretty pleased to still be very much in this tie. You'd think both subs benches will get a workout early in the second half too, because neither team looks like really getting it done with the players that are out there at the moment. But it's an intriguing tie, and it's evenly placed at half-time at 0-0. Plenty to come in the second 45.
Thanks, Caden. Yeah, we'll be back here very shortly, so stay tuned. We'll be back in about 15 or so minutes for this second half. So have a drink, have a snack. We'll see you soon. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half just about to get underway here. Myself, Alexander Stojanovski. I've got Cade with me as well. We're about to see some changes as well. It looks like Fawkner making some early changes. There will be an early start with a change for Fawkner. See what that will provide. Is it going to be the width they need? Second half, going to be a kickoff for Murray United as they go from your left to right. Fawkner from your right to left. Fawkner in their blue kit and Murray United in the white. Second half, providing hopefully a goal with us. As the game still locked at 0-0. Frenetic start in the first half and also here in the second. It's Murray United coming forward. And a free kick given to Murray United in a dangerous area. So, promising opportunity here for the away side. Travelling all the way from Albury. Can they get a goal? That one not troubling at all for Valise. There's a few free kicks in this game, which is lacking the quality to get the opener. Eckel for Fawkner. Down the centre, Berry. Kind of challenges will Fawkner throw forward here, and one will run out of play. Kemp just looked like a foul, but the play does go on, and it doesn't because the referee does bring that one back. So free kick for Fawkner. Couple of early opportunities or sights of goals for both sides. What can they produce here? Ball that's flicked on and easily handled by Riley O'Connell. Looks to release early. Kemp finds himself having to retreat. Hoser. Curran. Well, one back. And a couple of robust challenges, but the game does go on. Fairly won there by Murray United. As Fawkner come away with it. Cad, what a start to this second half. Couple of flying challenges, but no goals as yet.
Yes, the intensity seems to have lifted. Plenty at stake for both sides. And tripping over the ball there was Zito. Edwards won it, and then Zito crunched into him and won it back. And here's Curran now for Murray. Going towards the north or the right of your screen in this second half. That's a long ball forward. Rabani was after it. The flag stayed down, and the keeper was off his line just in time. Valise, he's had to do that a couple of times so far today. Camilleri right below us. Now Moody. No changes at the break that we're aware of. Both coaches going with their existing lineups. fact, there was one change, I'm reliably informed. Eckel heads away. Rusagura in midfield. Here's Rabani. He's got two Fawkner players with him, and one of them, Camilleri, steals the ball. But Rabani recovered well. Won it back. Now Hughes. Out wide. And a shot. It was Shuka. He sent the keeper sprawling, but it was always going wide of the post. But an early sighter there in the second half for Murray United. The first chance for either side since the resumption. But it is still 0-0. And the longer that remains, the closer the prospect of extra time and maybe even penalties grows. Kate Lucas and Alex Stojanovski with you on YouTube on this very sunny afternoon in Melbourne's north. An intriguing battle playing out. Here come Fawkner through midfield. They go all the way out to one of the substitutes who's just come on, whose name escapes us because of problems with the team sheets. Hopefully he doesn't score. Here's Spangemeyer. We know his name. He lays it off to the substitute. And now Rabani does well to avoid a corner. You can't stop conceding a throw, though. It is number 12 who takes it up towards Spangemeyer. Edwards will just keep it in right below us. And now Berry, one of the better players for Fawkner in the first half, grew into the game. Now it's his skipper, Eckel, inside the Murray half. They're growing in confidence here, Fawkner. Strong challenge there by Moody. Won it back. Now Eckel up towards Spangemeyer. Edwards. His pass just lacked a bit of zest and allowed Rabani to come in and intercept. But it is another throw here for Fawkner, who are pressing up higher now. Really putting United under the cosh, probably more so than we've seen so far today, as a shot comes in there from Mancuso. Stung the palms of O'Connell, but he didn't really have to work much. It was pretty much straight at him. But they are going through the gears a bit here at the home side, you sense. Spangemeyer, lovely work to Berry. Wriggles his way through. Vincent Berry on the edge of the area. Good challenge in the D. From the United defence, they were almost carved open there. And now Eckel with a flying challenge. Both teams really dialing up the intensity early in this second half. Edwards. Camilleri rather. And a good challenge there on him by Burkout. And it's out for a throw and a chance for everyone, including myself, to catch their breath.
Yes, it's picked up a bit here. Physicality has definitely thrown itself in this game. Both sides throwing some big challenges in. But yet to see a goal in this game. Still locked at 0-0 in the fourth round. The New Balance Dockerty Cup. Chances few far in between, but I think the better of those came to Fawkner in that first half. Still trying to find one here. Under hit pass. Able to recover. Felice. Eckel. Berry will get that one off him. And they'll get it back from him. Eckel does go a direct approach again. One stays in play. It's interesting to see when and if Murray United introduce their substitutes in this game. We've seen one so far from Fawkner. Otherwise, it's been the same as it is. players being tested in this heat. You can sense that in the intensity of the play at the moment. It's just ball getting shifted in the middle, then back out again through the back. And then usually it'll just be a long ball that gets fours, but Fawkner doing well just to retain. Maybe getting a breath of their own in this match, just like we did just then. Eckel to Berry. He's had a bit of it in the second half, Berry. Fawkner here at CB Smith trying to find the opening goal. This one might come through here now. Moody to Berry. Nice little 1-2. Berry got a bit of space. He's been chased. It was great work defensively by the Murray United defence. Not too happy there was that from Berry. As he's up now. Kemp caught on it there. The skipper of Murray United. Oh, I was just backing up to this shot now. Sprangemeyer trying to get back through a couple. Goes back the other way. Fawkner with the effort. And it's just over. And that's probably the closest they've come in this match. Cade, absolutely brilliant shot there.
James Chinsev with a pile driver that had O'Connell flaying it thin air. Fortunately for him and for Murray United, it went just over the crossbar. But boy, oh boy, Chinsev certainly caught that sweet. And that would have been some opener here as Murray make their second change. It's Hughes who's come off. I'll wait to see the identity of the man who enters the fray. It's Shakuru Lukosi. Shakuru Lukosi, rather. So second change for the visitors. Fawkner have made one. Or is that one apiece? It's one apiece. Two changes all up, one apiece. And still 0-0 as we approach the quarter-hour mark or thereabouts of this second half. And still, the two teams can't be separated. They're separated in terms of their respective leagues. But in terms of the scoreline in this tie, this round 4 clash, they are still tied together. And it's Curran after a free kick who will take it right in front of the Fawkner bench on the far side of CB Smith. Plenty of options milling around the edge of the penalty area as he sends it in. And that's right to the hot spot. The keeper for a moment thought he might have had a difficult one to deal with, but thankfully for him it went over the crossbar as well. And it's another goal kick. I mentioned before that Curran's got a pretty powerful boot on him. It was probably just a little bit too powerful there. The breeze helped a bit too. They do have the breeze at their backs in this second half. Murray. It's not a huge gale, but it does have an effect. Here's Chinsev, who had that flying shot moments ago. Edwards. Eckel. Valise. His attempted clearance was partially smothered. And it works out well here for Murray. It's Rabani. Tricky footwork. Now Kemp arrives. Plenty of blue shirts in the way, though. And they work it away through Camilleri, right below us. Game really opening up now. You sense a goal is in the offing. Could be for Fawkner here. They're going forward through Sprangemeyer. Irons right with him. They get in a tangle. Sprangemeyer keeps going, but the referee, Theo Mariscos. That's one thing we learned at the break, that the referee is Theo Mariscos, and he blew the whistle there, and he's given us another free kick. They've been a bit of a rarity so far today, but we have the first one of this second half and the second one for Fawkner, but they're going to have to wait a little while to take it because a player is down behind play and in some trouble. And now the physio is going to have to come on. think it's Camilleri who's down. He was involved in the build-up play that led to the free kick and clearly has hurt himself in the process. And looking by his body language and his reactions, and also by the actions of the physio, that might be the end of his day. He looks pretty proppy as he gets up, and he's going towards the near touch line. So Fawkner might be, or will be, forced into another change here. Looks like some sort of muscle issue in the leg for Camilleri. And that's his day done. And we'll wait to see who replaces him. And it's number 16 who, what do you know, it's another one of the mystery players for Fawkner. But he's into the fray, and this free kick is about to be taken. It's Berry for Fawkner. Plenty of players milling around the 6-yard box. Can they find a way through? O'Connell came out, poured it away, not convincingly, but now he'll get it on the second attempt, and Murray survive.
Murray, just mouth, breath, everything just having to work there as the ball was whipped in a dangerous area. Fawkner having the opportunities denied by Riley O'Connell. Brought in play for Fawkner now. Looking for that one, was flicked on now. Berry unable to go forward there. Defended well by Irons. Assessing their options here. Berry will receive, gets it back. Ball, low one. Dealt with well by the Murray United defence. Ball in behind. It was Lukosi, the sub for Murray United. And that one misplaced in the end by Zito. So Fawkner just settling in now in the second half. Murray United struggling to really create anything going forward. Time does tick away, and you almost think that this game probably calling for an extra time. Almost wish that was just gone straight to penalties, Kate. This game probably screaming for penalty shootout, really, but we might be wrong. Time left in the second half as the ball gets played out wide. Burke out. Ball in. Dealt with in the end by the substitute for Fawkner. It'll be a corner. So Murray United now looking for a reprieve, but on the other side where they can create something here potentially. Set pieces have lacked in both sides today. Could this be the one that might change it all? It's Curran who runs across to take this, coming from his defensive duties to now attend his set-piece duties. Ball sent in towards the back. Still in play. Felice stays on his line. It's just bouncing and bobbling in the box, and that one's in! And there's the opener. Murray United, they lead here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a beautiful finish by Rabani. What a finish, Kay. Take us through that one.
Well, it come out of nothing. And you mentioned, Alex, that we were headed for penalties, and we were, unless we found something special out of nothing. And that's exactly what happened with Mercy Rabani just latching onto a loose ball, hitting it sweet, and finding the top corner. And that's a sucker punch from which Fawkner are going to have to pick themselves up and recover very quickly. Otherwise, this tie and this competition will slip right out of their reach. We're beyond the hour mark now, and they are behind. And it's Mercy Rabani. He could be a hero tonight. He's originally from Albury Hotspurs. He's going a bit better than their Premier League namesake, it's fair to say. Especially now. Still work to do for the visitors, but they have got their noses in front. 63 minutes gone, and now the goal scorer has gone down in a pretty heavy challenge. Right below us here on the halfway line. He's going to continue Rabani. It was a great finish, instinctive. Hit it first time. And Valise has made some good saves so far today for Fawkner, but he didn't know anything about that. Flew right past him. And now Fawkner have really got the job ahead of them. And the added pressure of being down against a team that is well below them in the Victorian football food chain and who they would be expected to beat, especially at home. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a few more changes coming soon for Fawkner. And they're coming forward here. Berry's up on the edge of the area, comes down towards Sprangmeyer. He couldn't get there in time. Rabani just helped it to Kemp, who was riding shotgun. Here now is Rusagura. Goal came at just the right time for Murray too, who were flagging a little. They'd started well, but Fawkner were beginning to take control, and now Murray might have another one. It's Rabani, but he just got in a tangle. He was thinking about a brace there, Mercy Rabani, but just tried to do a little too much, and now there's another Fawkner player down, and it's Edwards. Nathan Edwards has been pretty good for them this afternoon, but it looks like his afternoon is going to be cut short too. So they lost Camilleri only moments ago, and now it looks like they're about to lose Nathan Edwards, who has an issue with his ankle or Achilles foot, something lower leg, but either way, it's not something he's going to be able to run off. So this will be the third change for Fawkner. I think both teams have 5 up their sleeves. We've reverted to those rules. If it was back in the old days, they would have used up all their substitutes now. Play back underway. Here is one of the substitutes. The substitute right below us sends it forward to another one who we don't know the name of for Fawkner. He's got the throw though. Bit of urgency about them now. They've got to try and make things happen soon, Fawkner, as Berry goes down. And referee Mariscos blows the whistle, and it's another free kick for Fawkner, who had one in an almost identical position about 7 or 8 minutes ago. And O'Connell fumbled that one and then got it on the second attempt, so they'd be hoping to for similar indecision here. It's Berry to take it. And that's a pretty poor effort along the ground and straight out of play. They need to do better than that, Fawkner, at any time, but especially now. As we've mentioned, set pieces, whether corners or free kicks, have been at a premium today. There haven't been many. And when they have had them, neither team has really made much of them. And Vincent Perry produced the worst of the bunch by some distance there. Number 47 is on here for Fawkner. And as you might have guessed, we don't know the name of that player either. Eckel with the header. Zito just keeps it in. All the way back to Valise, who sends that up and down the chimney. Would have liked to get a bit more distance on the clearance. And it's out of play. Throw here for Fawkner, who've got the job ahead of them. Just over 20 minutes of normal time to go, plus stoppage time. But right now, with that goal, extra time and penalties are out of the equation. Murray United could be headed to the next round as things stand.
Yes, and thank you, Cade. And it's been one of those affairs where it's going to become nail-biting towards the end. It's still anyone's game, especially if Fawkner can get one here. It shifts the momentum here at CB Smith. We know what it's like, a game here at CB Smith. Once a goal goes in for the home side, it changes everything. But Murray United feeling like they can really just hold it out here defensively. They've been tested, but they've dealt with most. The lights of Tyler Curran, who just holding that four at the back. Now, Fawkner trying to find a way through. Again, the brick wall of Murray United. No foul given. Play goes on. Eckel leaving that one for Valise. He'll get it back. As he plays that one forward. Just looking for some support. Good chance for Berry to go forward now. Fawkner just halted going forward. Have to reset the play. It's really well done defensively by Murray United, just making it really difficult to find a way through. And Forsum to almost just scraps as the ball gets sent in. Connell should get that one, and he does. Just take a bit off the clock. And clock in which he has to know, he just has to release the ball down now. Smartly done. Sent towards the goal scorer in Rabani. Couldn't get it. Now he gets it back. Good work there by Rabani. Segura goes across to Zito. Ball goes wide. Murray building and trying to get a second here. That one overhit in the end. It'll be a goal kick for Fawkner. Ticking towards that last 20 minutes of that New Balance Dockerty Cup round 4 clash between the Fawkner and Murray United. 1-0, and is Murray United the travelling side leading. As Fawkner goes searching for a leveller. Berry fighting all his way through, trying to fight past two. Loses out in the end. Poor clearance. Berry manages to get a bit of a deflection. Goes wide. It was Mancuso who retrieved. He's been fairly quiet in this second half. Love to see him get the ball more often. Inviting the pressure now, Murray United. And that misplaced pass will do everything but just good for the Murray United defence. This will be a goal kick. And questions asked going into today's game. Fawkner, if they were going to find themselves going through in this round, right now they're facing elimination. And disappointment in representing State League 3 Northwest against the State League 7 Northwest of Murray United, who, interesting enough, I actually did a bit of research, will all up be travelling around close to 7,000 kilometres over the season, which is amazing to think of. Of course, located in Albury. And we'll have to work their way up the leagues, but at the moment they're doing quite well. There's a free kick given away against the substitute for Murray United. Koza. Lukosi, should I say. Eckel trying to work something here. See, they're really forcing him with these long balls. And when they do try those 1-2s, it's not really working out defensively. Murray United just quickly on that touch. Caden, it must be a bit frustrating from the Fawkner perspective. I don't know if there's going to be any subs that can really come in to make a change here.
No, the subs they have brought on have not been able to make much of an impact, at least not to this point. He's one of them with the ball now, and he finds Moody, who's been out there from the start. And they lose the ball a bit too easily. Murray just looking comfortable now, and Rabani, the goal scorer, stroking it on towards the substitute there in Lakosi, but the flag was up. Otherwise, Lakosi was off to the races, and maybe a second goal could have been coming up for Murray. They've got that luxury now. They can just sit back and absorb pressure and then try and hit Fawkner on the break. And as we saw there, they are well capable of doing that. Just time their runs a little better. They've certainly got the pace and trickery. And a second goal for Murray well and truly puts this out of Fawkner's reach. Still plenty to play out, though. The best part of 15 minutes to go in normal time, plus stoppage time beyond that. A goal for Fawkner, and we could be headed for extra time or penalties. So all still to play for here on YouTube in the New Balance Dockerty Cup. Cade Lucas and Alex Tovjanovski with you at CB Smith Reserve, where the locals are getting restless. 3 competitions separate Fawkner and Murray United. As Alex mentioned earlier, Murray have travelled a long way down today to come here as the underdogs. And they're about a quarter of an hour away from leaving as top dogs and heading to the next round of the competition. Referee Moroskas blows the whistle for a free kick. It's Moody who will take it. Mentioned at the start of the broadcast, they've got the Italian colours on Fawkner, and the Italian national team had a pretty disappointing result during the week, and their local imitators could do as well, as O'Connell's got some work to do there. Fortunately, it was offline. Eckel. And he goes long. Berry up there, got pushed in the back. The referee says play on. Sprengmeyer trying to put himself about. Now it's Chintsev, who had that rasping drive earlier in the half. It's the only real chance Fawkner have had since half-time. They did come out strongly, but as they have done all day, they've struggled to really carve out proper goal-scoring opportunities. They've had a couple and they haven't been able to take them. But it's been hard work for them up front, and that's why you do feel pessimistic about their chances of getting back into this one. Good block there by Mancuso. Rusagura tried to be a bit cute there. Fortunately, he was able to win the ball back. Kemp. Muzoa down the far side. They're building here again. Can they get a second to put this out of reach? It's Muzoa who's got the jets on. He gets there just in time. Didn't go out of play. Still he goes. Now Rabani looking for his second. Rusagura was arriving. Eventually Fawkner scrambled back in numbers, but here's Zito to keep the pressure on for Murray. And it's out of play, but the referee has blown a foul in any case. Just over 10 minutes to play now, and it looks like Murray are more likely to get a second goal than Fawkner to get an equaliser, is the way this thing's going, Alex. Hard to see how they can turn things around judging by general play.
Yeah, it's going to probably come down to a Murray United error or a piece of brilliance to get them something out of nothing, really. It's been that type of day where not a lot of opportunities flowing in for both sides. But the first one that Murray had was saved, and one in the second half now, which they have here. Felice managing himself well there. But yes, definitely it's been one of those scrappy affairs. But right now it's coming towards the end of it, and Murray United are happy of the two. As Fawkner tried to pick up the pace through Berry. Seems to have pushed himself further up the field. So some change has been at least made by Fawkner from a formation or a player perspective, shifting a bit on the formation front. Fawkner here on the near side towards the grandstand, trying to build forward. It's great work there. Rabani making a run forward, just a bit too far. Still manages to beat Eckel. Eckel does well to win it back, but he's given it away. Ball stays in play. As we get closer to full-time whistle, surely the game will become more open, and I think Fawkner will start to push more players forward, which will spring the opportunity on the break for Murray United as that one goes through the middle. And again, more than happy for Riley O'Connell to mop that one up. And you feel like they've been forced into these passes where nothing has come from it. There's an error in the middle there. Fawkner unable to capitalise. Great challenge. Murray United staying resolute at this very moment. It was Ben Irons just a moment ago winning that tackle. There's a chance maybe. Oh, just a heavy touch in the end by Sprangmeyer. Luckily there for Murray United, as you don't want to give someone of that quality the chance. We're looking at the goal. Just under 10 to go here of normal time. It's myself, Alexander Sojanovsky, and Cad Lucas on YouTube. Glad to be here on a beautiful day at CB Smith Reserve. As the game now coming to an end. Teams starting to assure themselves, which is Murray United, who are leading 1-0. Could potentially go and end it here if they can get a second. Heavy touch, but it stays in play. And that one will be a corner. As Burkout went for a bit of a run. I'm sure they'll take their time here, taking this corner. Soak up a bit of the sun. They'll go for an in-swinger. Murray United, last time they were able to get that goal from the corner, wasn't directly off play. This time it goes straight in. Sprangmeyer done well to defend. Gets the header clear. Rusagura goes wide. Defended well. Fawkner still trying to find themselves a leveler in this game. And they're going to have to stop this play here, which they force an error out of Murray United. We'll see a change as well for the away side. It's going to be Josh Zito coming off, and it's going to be Darcy Westerlo coming on. Former Western United Prodigy Academy player Darcy getting his opportunity in this fourth round of the New Balance Dockerty Cup. And with the remaining time in this match, you probably wouldn't be surprised if some time wasting does occur, maybe some yellow cards, as that is a risky pass out. And a bit of time and space again, and the shot is a save by Felice from Rabani, who was looking for a second. Given away by Darcy there. Westerlo getting his first touch, not the one he wanted. But a escape there for Fawkner there, Kate. Could have easily been the second.
Yes, Rabani certainly got the nose for goals. After scoring one, he's had a couple of opportunities to score a second. He's a bit too far out here, but he can create an opportunity for someone else. In fact, it's just blocked back to Westerlo, who's just come on and he's right in the action. He will take it to the byline here, and it dribbles into the hands of the keeper, who again is having more work to do than he would like at this stage of the game. If you didn't know the score, you wouldn't know it that Fawkner were the ones chasing the result. It's Murray who looked the much more likely to score, but as I say that, it is Fawkner coming forward. Can they do something here? It's Berry. The defenders from Murray arrive in numbers, and Berry eventually sends it out of play, but it was off a Murray player, says the referee, so it is a corner here for the home side. And whilst there haven't been many corners taken today, and the ones that have been taken haven't been very effective, it might be their best route back into this game for Fawkner. It's Manusco who takes it. It's not a great delivery. Berry is there, and he toe pokes it over the top. Not a great delivery. It came on the bounce to Berry, who still managed to almost carve out an opportunity. About 5 minutes to play. Things really getting desperate now for Fawkner, and the opportunities are opening up for Murray, who can put it to bed. Here's Shuka driving forward. Great run. Now following up there is Lukosi, the substitute, and he forces a save and wins a corner for his team. Felice got behind it but couldn't trap the ball, and it dribbled over the byline. And this, for my counting, is just the second corner of the day for Murray. Hasn't been many for either side, but Murray in particular haven't had many. They haven't needed them. It's Shuko, by the looks of things, to take it. Header away by Eckel. Back whence it came. It's Shuka once again. Into the mixer. And it bounces into the palms of Valise. And they breathe a sigh of relief, Fawkner, but only momentarily. They are still in trouble. And time is rapidly slipping away from them. Inside the last 5 minutes of normal time, Rabani is there again. I don't think we give man of the match honours in this competition, but if we were, Rabani would be a pretty easy choice at this point. He's been terrific, not just with the goal, but just his all-round attacking threat, work in midfield as well. He's the sort of player that Fawkner really lacks, someone to link midfield and attack, really knit things together. One of the reasons why the home side have struggled to carve out opportunities today. And it's a problem which looks like it might cost them their place in this competition. But while there's time, there's still hope. We'll probably have a chunk of stoppage time. They only need the one goal to get back on level terms. Here's Eckel, who's up from defence. A couple of their substitutes involved now. And that's flicked on, but nobody home for Fawkner on this occasion. And now it's Lukosi who's got acres of space in the middle of CB Smith Reserve. They're backpedaling here, Fawkner. It's Rabani through the middle, the goal scorer. He could have put an end to it for good, but couldn't quite get there in time. And Valise does his job. He's had a pretty good game today, Gabriel Valise. This margin could be even wider in favour of Murray had Valise not played as well as he has. Here come Fawkner, right below us. Comes to Berry. Now Mancuso. Murray back in numbers. Mancuso goes to ground, and the visitors say thanks very much and come away again. You sense another goal's coming. It's become very stretched, this game. A lot of tired bodies out there. Now it's Westerlo, the substitute, and it comes down towards Lukosi. Will it sit for him? It's Lukosi on the edge of the area. And now he finds Shuka. He puts his foot through it, but Valise saw it all the way. And he keeps it at 1-0.
Yep, Murray United still ahead, but you can feel they are the one that are likely to score the second. It's been a pretty all-round performance by the Murray United, travelling. And the fans here, there's not many of them, but they'll be leaving with a very, very happy tone. And there's a lot of wrestling and grappling happening in that corner. Ball finally finds its way out. Maybe an opportunity that almost opened up. It was a Shuka there running through, but the ball does get cleared in eventually. Handball from the crowd, nothing given. Play goes on. O'Connell sends out wide to Rabani. Probably our man of the match today, Cade, and he's been sensational from back to front, I'd say. Almost gave it away there, but it was well won. Now Fawkner, Rabani having to do some defending. We've seen about 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added if there is. There's that confirmation. So we've got 2 more minutes of added time. So Murray United know they're so very nearly there. Eckel now having to throw himself forward. Surely this is the moment for Fawkner. They want to find themselves level in this game. They need to score, but they need to create something here. They're shifting the ball back again. Just got to throw numbers and caution to the wind. Police goes forward. And Berry offside. Much to the reprieve of the Murray United faithfuls. Nothing better than seeing the offside flag go up in the last few minutes of the game, especially when you're leading. There's a nice little stroll from Curran just to retrieve the ball. Hasn't been asked by the referee to speed it up. Just under a minute here. Curran sends it forward. It's exactly where they want it to be. Strategically put there by Curran. Shuka in the corner just holding it up. It's done more than that. Shifted it in. And probably could have just done better to just sit in the corner there rather than giving it back. Fawkner now. No. There's not much time left. He's all up to the referee. And a foul was given, and this is maybe their final opportunity. So a bit of heart and mouth moment here for both sets of fans. Everyone's been sent forward. Valise was going to take this one. Plenty of numbers here for Fawkner. Their final opportunity. His fourth official just asking the free kick to be taken from the right spot. It's all about the delivery here. What can Fawkner do? It's an up and under. O'Connell punches. And it is cleared in the end, and it is it. Murray United come all the way to CB Smith, and they grab themselves a 5th round. Cade, what a game, what a win for Murray United.
Well, it's a good old-fashioned cup set. 3 leagues between them, and Murray United have come down to Melbourne and they have upset Fawkner on their home ground, and it's a richly deserved upset too. It's not a smash and grab job. They were the better side for the vast bulk of the contest. They started well, had a bit of a lull towards the end of the first half. Sprangmeyer in particular had an opportunity late in the first half to put Fawkner in front, but he couldn't take it, and that really summed up their day. The opportunities for them were few and far between, and the ones that they had just didn't come off. Murray also didn't take their opportunities until Rabani on 63 minutes did, swivelling and turning and hitting it first time into the top corner. It was a great goal, and it was the least that Murray deserved. And then from really when they went ahead, it looked like they were the team that was gonna add to their score rather than Fawkner getting back into it. They really were the better side as the game went down to its final stages. Fawkner really didn't look like ever getting back on level terms when they went behind, and they can't really complain about the result. I think the right team won, and it'll be a big night back up on the Murray River tonight. They'll be celebrating and they'll be preparing for a round 5 clash because this will give them a huge amount of confidence coming down here to CBS Smith today and winning the way they have.
Yeah, you can see the stats there. 14 shots, 8 on target. It was a busy show today for Gabriel Valise, and if it wasn't for him, it probably would have been more for Murray United. And they're just in the middle of the ground, just soaking it up at the moment here at CB Smith. And yeah, what can you say? Just another well-rounded performance from the travelling faithfuls, and Murray United into the 5th round here is Fawkner Soccer Club 0, Murray United 1 here on the YouTube channel. Myself, Alexander Stojanovski, and Chad Lucas, he's a good call, and we appreciate everyone tuning in today, and I'm sure we've plenty opportunities for ball action here. So that's the end of it here for us, and we'd like to thank everyone, and it'll be it. That's it. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, listeners. And it's finished here at CB Smith. Fawkner SC 0, Murray United 1.